Good morning, everyone. Please take your seats. The WPC award ceremony is about to begin. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Omotola Thomas. I am the Chair of Trustees of Parkinson's Africa. I'm also a board member of the WPC and an ambassador for the 6th World Parkinson's Congress. It is my pleasure to welcome all of you to the last award ceremony for this Congress. The first person to be honored and recognized today is Kabugo Hannington Tamale, and he's been awarded the WPC Robin A. Elliott Award for Outstanding Community Service. And when it comes to serving their community, there are few people as wholly committed to this as Hannington is. Hannington hails from Uganda, the Pearl of Africa, as he fondly refers to it. His mother died having Parkinson's disease about 16 years ago. Prior to her death, she was ostracized, isolated, and ultimately abandoned because people attributed her Parkinson's symptoms to witchcraft. Years later, Hannington would begin his journey championing the needs of Ugandans affected by Parkinson's disease. Deeply moved by the death of his beloved mother, Hannington was and remains devoted to convincing as many Ugandans as possible that Parkinson's disease is not witchcraft. In the beginning, with no money and very little support, he got quite creative with his advocacy efforts. One of the earliest outreach efforts I recall him telling me about involved cutting up paper into small squares and taping them to the backs of the seats of buses and other modes of public transportation. On those pieces of paper, he would write his phone number alongside a note asking people to call him if they noticed they had Parkinson's symptoms, which he listed. In the first week of doing so, he received over 20 calls. Those were the very humble beginnings of his advocacy efforts. Today, Hannington is the proud co-founder and country director of Parkinson's Sibuko, a registered charity in Uganda. Parkinson's Sibuko, which means Parkinson's is not witchcraft, works to shift perceptions and tackle the issues of stigma around this condition in Uganda. There have been many, many programs that, through Hannington's dedication and passion, Parkinson's Sibuko has been able to deliver. Some of these include building safe houses for vulnerable young girls and women affected by Parkinson's disease, training village health workers and healthcare professionals across Uganda, and working with international organizations to provide access to free Parkinson's medications for Ugandan patients who would otherwise not have been able to afford it. Perhaps one of the most remarkable things for me is that he did the vast majority of this work while being employed full-time. Hannington has truly changed the landscape of Parkinson's disease in Uganda, and I'm very excited to be presenting him with his award today. We will now watch a brief video put together for Hannington.
Remember, we started with just those posters, but look how far you've taken us. In only 5 years, you've had awareness events, started a community clinic, trained medical personnel to diagnose and use physical therapy for Parkinson's, formed alliances with local governments and hospitals and other organizations, brought food to our clients during COVID, but most importantly, you're personally there for the families of people with PD. You're genuine, passionate, tireless, amazing. With the tiniest budget, you have done the most for people with Parkinson's in all of Uganda.
Oh, my brother Hannington. I was so intrigued by what you're doing in Uganda. I journeyed over 8,000 miles to see it myself. You took me all over your country, showed me the real Uganda, gave me access to things I would never be able to see otherwise. I will never forget what I saw, but I will definitely never, ever forget who I met. One of the most extraordinary, determined, creative, smart, lovable, caring people I've ever had the pleasure of meeting, Kabugo Hannington. I had no doubt you'd be the one to change the way Uganda thinks about and treats Parkinson's. And you have. Much love, bro. Congratulations.
I now have the pleasure of inviting Hannington to come and receive his award. On behalf of the WPC, I present you with this award.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry, I haven't done this before. Do we move here and take pictures, or? All right. Thank you. Hannington will now say a few words. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Wow, this is huge. Pleased and honored and humbled to accept this great award. A very special thanks to the WPC board. Very, very special thanks to Eli. Thank you so much. And wow, I'm running out of words. I thank all of you who nominated me all the way from Uganda, the Pearl of Africa. I thank my entire family, the Parkinson's Africa family. I thank my dad, who has always been there for me. I thank everyone, my community back home. Above all, I thank my great organization, Parkinson's Isibuko Uganda. I thank Shelo Klinghofer, who I met on Facebook. We've been together, talking together for like 5 years, and we've never met up to now. And we've done thousands and thousands of things together. I thank you. I dedicate this award to all the Africans out there who are isolated, who are abandoned, who do not have awareness about Parkinson's like my mother. My mother died so many years ago with Parkinson's. She was abandoned and left alone in the house, and agreed with my dad that they should leave her alone in the house because she has Parkinson's. It was just sad that I would sneak wherever we were to come and find my mom, who sometimes would run without food and she would eat dust. She would scratch a wall and eat the dust because she didn't have anyone. Someone who would put food would just push a plate to her because they didn't want to get close contact. My sister Omotola has said it all. I don't want to go much in this. I thank you all for this great award. Above all, I welcome you all in this great effort of awareness in Africa and so many parts of the world where we do not have access to awareness. That is the first medication. Where we don't have access to medicine, where we don't have access to neurologists. As I'm here today, I call upon all of you, the researchers, the neurologists, to come to Africa and so many parts of the world that face the same issue. I thank the World Parkinson's Program that gives medication to Africa, and all other people here, my brothers, my friends, everyone here. Thank you so much. And I'll take this award back home and I'll tell everyone Parkinson's is not witchcraft, Parkinson's is Isibuko. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. And I know they're giving us awards and they are not receiving awards. Allow me give this to my sister Omotola as one of the fighters of Africa. And this goes to my very dear sister Ellie Poland. And the rest of the World Parkinson's Congress, thank you for having this great, great thing. It's really huge. Thank you so much, World Parkinson's Congress.